Hey there, vinyl community. How you doing? I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. As always, thank you very much for joining me. And cheers. Porch rocker. That's me. I'm a porch rocker. I'm just a rocker. Anyway, hey, it's been a while, I think, since I've done a vinyl finds. So here's what I have found in the month of May. First off, okay, this is the one everybody was showing there a while back. I'm late in showing it, but Pink Floyd at Pompeii. Of course, this is from the movie that was done, released a long time ago. And, you know, I'm not going to really go into the history of all this too much because there have been many videos done specifically on this, and this is just one album that I am going to show. I'm sure most of you have already seen it. It's got this great jacket here. I love the picture on the back. That looks great. And it comes with the poster. The poster just basically looks like this, which I do like that too, the 4 members walking there. Anyway, I know that some people, you know, and they will say that the pre-Dark Side of the Moon Pink Floyd is the best era of Pink Floyd. And I can't really agree with that. I love Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd is one of my favorite bands of all time. And I do love all the early Pink Floyd and stuff. But I kind of feel like Dark Side of the Moon, Through the Wall, those albums, you know, from the 70s, they pretty much stack up against anything. And, you know, whether it's the Beatles, the Stones, Zeppelin, the Who, whatever, Black Sabbath, those albums can stand up to any of those bands, and they're just amazing albums. But this is too. These things are too. And I do really like this. But if Pink Floyd never evolved into what they became, I don't think we would, you know, have the reverence for them now. And, you know, I think sometimes just people like to say certain things for a clickbait type of deal. But I will say that what I do like about this era of Pink Floyd, you know, it's just very moody, and sonically it is different. And this is great. This is a Steven Wilson remix, and it's just great. I like it when they do Saucer Full of Secrets and then Set the Controls for Heart of the Sun. That's probably my favorite side. The drums sound really good on this. Steven Wilson did a really good job. It's nice to hear Nick Mason's drums kind of sticking out a lot of times. And just, you know, this is just one that you kind of sit back and take in. So, you know, if you're a Pink Floyd fan, I think you have to have it. So there's that one. Next up, we've got the latest from Billy Idol, Dream Into It. This is an album that I will say, at my first listen to it, I was not that impressed. I thought very, very highly of the 2 EPs that he has released previously to that. I saw some interview on TV and they were saying, this is the first album you've released in I don't know how many years. I'm like, what about the 2 EPs that he released? Those were fantastic. They each had 4 songs, and I love those. I don't know if this matches up to that, but the more I listen to it, the more I like it. It is a very solid album. He's got some duets on here. Most notably, to me, at least, is one he does with Joan Jett called Wild Side. Really dig that song, really like it. But yeah, this is growing on to me. Growing on me. Every time I listen to it, I enjoy it more. I love this late career resurgence that Billy Idol has been having over the last 5 years or so. So really, really happy to have that. Okay, now we're into older albums. And this is Sentimental Pick of the Week. Foster Brooks, The Lovable Lush. Look at that. This still has the shrink on it. This was $1 record, and you're like, well, why the hell would you buy this thing? I bought this because I remember my dad used to have the 8-track of this, and you know, I haven't played it yet. It's still, like I said, it's sealed, and for $1. Foster Brooks, if you don't know, he was a comedian that he always acted like he was drunk and did a fantastic job of it. He was just hilarious. I remember even as a young kid, because this is like 73 probably. thinking a lot of this was funny. So, you know, I'm going to, at some point here, I'm going to open me up a PVR, and I am going to play this record the entire way through, and I'm going to think of my dad, and I'm going to have some laughs. So, Foster Brooks, The Lovable Lush. Next up, I did not have this on vinyl. Peter Gabriel, So. What a fantastic album this is, right? This is, I believe, the 2017 reissue of this. Sounds great. Probably his biggest album, I'm guessing. I'm not necessarily saying it's his best album, and I'm not saying it's not, but you can see the songs that are on there. And I think if you're a Peter Gabriel fan, you kind of have to have this album. And I didn't. I had it on CD, but I wanted the record of it. So that was a nice pickup that I got. You're going to think now you're watching Brian the Embryonic Robot for a second. I got a Gary Numan album. This is Telecon, right? Isn't that what this is? Yes, Telecon. As you can see, this is one of those damn cutout things that they did, but, you know, it made it cheap. And the vinyl itself is in really good shape, so that's kind of what I cared about. This is actually my first Gary Numan album. So, I mean, you know, I've known of Gary Numan for years. But you know, this is kind of like a Devo kind of sounding thing. Not quite as much fun as Devo, but still pretty cool. This is the type of thing I got to be in the mood for it. But to get it cheap, I was glad to find it. So Gary Numan, Telecon, I think it's like from 1980, I believe. Not quite 100% sure. And then my last was another dollar record that I just picked it up because it was The Who, Sell Out. I did not have this. And on vinyl, this is actually a 1971, I believe, reissue, if I remember right. I think I looked it up. As you can expect for $1, the record is not in that good a shape. And so, you know, I tried cleaning it up, and it's, you can see it there. It's still got so many pops on there and everything. But if nothing else, I'll just keep it just for the record itself. You know, who knows? Maybe I'll put this on a wall or something. But I played it, and it's funny because, like, I could tell that actually through the pops and clicks on there that it's a good sounding record. So it's a shame. I wish it was in good shape, but it was $1. So what do you expect? So anyway, those are my finds. Thank you so much for watching. You know, hopefully you'll give me a couple comments on what you think of those. And as always, super appreciate anybody who has taken the time to watch my video. All you guys, you're all friends of mine. So till the next time, my friends, I will see you down the road.